Let's look at the back of his leg again.
There's a lot more blood later in the movie. And, you know, most of these murder movies don't have a lot of blood. And you actually do get a lot of implied violence and a lot of things that are pretty terrifying.
Where are you stabbing him? You're showing his chest and head.
Yeah, where are you stabbing him?
Working the lower torso.
I don't see. No, well, look, there's nothing there.
It's below the camera, out of view of camera.
Where you stab him in the ass? Where'd you stab him?
Ass and balls.
Ass and balls.
There's no
he looks like he's being
blood
stabbed in the balls right now. Look at the look on his face. Look how bored that guy is.
He just laid there. You could roll onto the floor.
He's
You
like,
could.
let me out.
You didn't have much of a budget, so why wouldn't you use all your blood early in the movie to really get people hooked?
Yeah.
Why waste all the blood later on when no one is
I see
is still there watching?
Louis' groans are the best review you could ever have. It's just
All right, let's see how this guy dies.
Were you trying to purposely avoid the violence on camera because it's like it's got like a Hitchcock vibe
exactly,
almost.
and that's believe me, you'd be surprised if we listed the amount of films where the violence happens off the camera and is
like
implied.
what? Name one movie.
Yeah, but you're not implying violence in this scene. You're showing that it's definitely not happening. Because you're showing the vital organs of the person. And so you are proving that that's definitely... You're making it very clear that the person is yelling for no reason.
We're not seeing his penis. Well, we don't see
if you cut off somebody's dick and ate it, they wouldn't die for 3 days.
Right. Thank you, Louis.
I had a long metal thing that could have gone up his ass.
Oh,
well.
Sure. All right, it's implied up the ass.
Sure.
You could have made a better movie if you cared at all.
There was $5,000.
It's not even lack of skill. It's just not giving a shit.
3 days. Remember that all was experimental, and of course,
experimental 3 days. Right.
That's not how you get reviews. Well, we got to give him a break because it only took a month instead of 2 months to film the movie.
You look at what was the Desperado that Robert Rodriguez did. That was the big way that they pushed that.
Rodriguez.
No moment.
Are you comparing yourself to Robert?
Very shoddy. You look at Evil Dead 1, very shoddy looking, but this is supposed to look shoddy looking. And this is what's not being acknowledged.
The original Evil Dead did kind of have like a very low grade quality to it, but the horror was there.
Right, exactly.
All right, let's get to the murder. What's happening here?
Oh, that's it.
That's it for the murder?
Yeah, that's it.
We have a lot of murders in this film, so we need to.
Because now we're down some little lane with trees on each side with some chick
in and out of focus
from the back. She's now she's tied up.
Oh, look at the ropes. You're right.
They're loose.
Oh, the bad loose ropes.
She's already tied the ropes right.
Don't move, honey, because it'll be so clear how loosely you're tied up.
Yeah, that's what else is happening here.
She's clearly drugged.
That's like how they used to tie up the people on Gilligan's Island. Like when some bad guy would get on the island and tie him up. There's just no realism to that.
And they had lots of money on Gilligan's Island. Yep.
Oh, yes. Let me, the great Sherwood Schwartz.
Yeah, he really...
if you looked at some of his works,
his budgets
The Brady
were so
Bunch,
high.
Gilligan's Island.
How'd you get the hot girl in your film, though?
That's
who
actually
was that?
No Filter Paul's daughter.
Is that? Oh, fuck yeah. She is hot as shit.
That's his daughter?
Yeah.
He's got hot daughters.
I want to date No Filter Paul's daughter.
If you look at the side of her face, you can also see the duct tape clearly coming up and off the face.
Yeah, I would have that duct tape off my cock in there in a second. Just plow No Filter Paul's daughter's mouth.
I have to get back to the fact that, all things aside, this was an experiment. Sure.
All things aside, movie
trying
too?
to do something. It is what it is. And my life is fucked up, so I need people to buy this movie so we can start the movement and I can move on to the second phase of marketing.
Movement.
So gas the movie.
Wait, what's the second phase?
Well, the second phase would be to go out and start promoting harmony and love through fear and death.
Yep.
That is actually
He's going to start killing people.
I don't know.
No, but he's making a social statement, though.
Play this tape back someday. Paulo's going to start killing people.
5,000 a week. How much did you spend on this?
5,000. That's
crazy.
10,000.
What did you do with the money?
I know. Where did the
I
money
didn't see
go?
a penny of it on the screen.
Where the fuck did the money go?
You must have ate well in those 3 days.
Where's this film? The St. Regis? Where the fuck are you staying?
This was up near Woodstock.
$1,000 for
Woodstock?
Woodstock.
How much is a hotel up in fucking Woodstock? It's like $10.
What?
Well, we had a
Somebody you got. Where'd you get the money? Where'd you get the $5,000?
there was a couple of people, and then
and
then I had to wind up buying out one guy because there was
All right,
conflicts.
Oh God.
Sure.
Well, that
So you
happens
went to
with some of the
somebody.
best
Here's
films.
he went to somebody. Said, "Hey, if you give me $5,000, I'll make a movie." And they said, "You know what? You're a pain in the ass, but I want to give you this."
All right.
So they gave you the money. Listen, I know what happened. Let me tell you. And you took the money. I don't know what your vice is, but you blew all of it. And then you made this piece of shit with nothing.
We know that the worst piece of crap movie out there cost $200,000, $500,000.
You could have made a lovely movie for $5,000. That's plenty of money.
No, who makes a movie for $5,000?
Exactly.
You can make a much better
Louis.
movie. Well, you didn't.
I know.
You spent the money on whatever it is you do. I don't know what it is.
I
And then
need
you made this with nothing.
$145,000 right now to pay off my credit card.
Sure.
Well, yeah. So I'm glad that's where the
I've got
$5,000 then went.
2 houses I can't unload. I've got a horrible life. I've got one
Listen,
good woman.
I'm sorry, but I still hate the movie.
So, Paul, who's the girl in the scene? What's her thing?
She was, again, an example of a young member of society who doesn't care, and so it needs to be sacrificed for the greater good.
Yeah.
Sure. Greater good.
Okay.
Of what?
I don't know. All right, let's push play.
It won't matter. So in a minute, I'll slice your wrist. We'll empty your blood into a bucket in a matter of...
Now, I'm putting that shirt on eBay because you
It'll
can
be
tell
over. You'll be dead.
that that's from the...
But it's the ramblings of a madman.
You're putting the shirt. You were serious right there.
Yeah, I was, but I haven't done it yet.
I don't know. I
Couldn't even commit with the duct tape. You're right.
Talk about, when you believe in that
She's
stuff?
on drugs. I really don't even know.
She's
what-
obviously drugged.
You know, he just
Your
feels
body rots. You just
that the
disappear,
duct
you
tape
fade
was
away. You don't go to
necessary.
heaven because you just
To-
cease
to
exist.
reinforce in her
So
mind that it was coming
point is
soon,
that,
the end.
and then at one point, when it could be a million years, which is nothing. I mean,
Look at
in the
her.
blink of an
She's
eye.
like
I mean,
breathing her
with a
through her
million years,
mouth
the
with
blink of
duct
an
tape
eye,
over it.
frame of reference, like that. But they say
like,
that
hurry up and-
we'll all be reincarnated.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, is this scene over yet? How long am I supposed to heave my breasts like this?
Right now, you're going to cease to exist. And there is no consciousness.
I wish I had no consciousness. Right
So I'm gonna cut you.
Oh, they waited. They cut in for a second.
And,
Go back to that.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that
There was
amazing?
another shot.
There was a
They cut
different
in.
shot.
You actually
I
decided
agree.
to do a cut-in.
I agree that
There was
is.
a
Now-
little insert cut in there.
You actually called me on a good point that there really should not be any visible editing in this movie.
What did you do that for? Did you do that to put together 2 shitty takes of you talking?
Yes.
My
You
editor
had to.
loved
Or
the
did you
shot.
Did you want really to be really clear to everyone that duct tape is not doing anything to restrain her mouth?
My editor loved the shot, so he stuck it in.
Love
there.
the shot,
My
but if
editor.
if it's my editor, if it's one guy that's working the camera, what did you're a psychopath that fucking uses Final Cut Pro?
Yeah, I
So you had
supposedly
other
that could-
shots. You went in and you got other shots.
Right, but the point was that was an abnormality in the film. It shouldn't have happened, but it did, and it's a nice shot.
Look at the
There
tape.
is a
The
nice
tape
shot.
is up on both sides.
The tape is.
If she licks her lips, the tape falls off.
Yes.
You can see she's practically sleeping now. She's
Yeah, because she's
drugged.
bored of this
She's
shitty movie that
drugged.
she's in.
She's drugged. She's drugged.
You're putting her to sleep with it. Literally, a person who's about to get murdered is falling asleep because the murderer is so boring. It'll be like when you see those beheading videos, and the guy with the hood is reading the Arabic, and the guy, the fucking tied up guy turns back and goes, "Could you fucking just cut my head off?"
All right. At the
This is boring.
towards one of the final scenes is when I'm
We're
carrying a
never gonna
drugged
get
person
there. I'm sorry, Paul,
physically
but we're
into
never
the
gonna
scene
get
and then
there.
undressing them.
Yeah. All right, push play.
Consciousness. So I'm going to cut you now. And you're going to be scared. It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. Okay, so don't move. Don't move. Don't move because I don't want to cut myself. Okay. See.
Oh, you're missing the fake blood.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this still movie?
We will be cutting to a dripping scene, actually.
Wait, can you go back?
Wait, was that he was supposed to be stabbing her just
I
then?
think he's cutting with the wrong
Thank
side of the
you.
knife.
Dude, you're cutting with
Blood
the...
empty.
Go back.
Were you cutting with the back end
This
of
is
the knife?
actually a
He's
prop
supposed
knife,
to. He's supposed to cut her wrist. Well,
right.
Watch
Prop
this.
knife.
which has, where it's cut out.
Watch
to-
this.
So don't move. Don't move. Don't move because I don't want to cut myself.
Yeah, careful.
Yeah. Watch. Look at this.
You're using a prop knife when you're using the wrong end of it.
No, I couldn't possibly use because
The
there's
point of a
hole.
prop knife is you can cut with the blade and it won't hurt anybody because
There's
it's
a
made of plastic.